Hey CrossFit Omnia, today is Friday, May 8th. Taking you through today's workout of the day that we have. Walk you through a little warm up as normal, and then for strength day, we're going to be going through clean and jerk, building on the weight loads that we were going off of last week. And then lastly, we're going to wrap it up with a real fun WOD today. It's going to be 35 minutes of straight running. I'll walk you through a couple of different tips before we get into that today. All right, so for warm up today, I want you guys first to just kick it off with a nice 5-minute either run, bike, row, can even be with the jump rope as well too, working on double unders, single unders, really any sort of variation after that. Really within the 5 minutes, we just want to get the blood flowing a little bit, get sweat going before we get into the first part of our warm up. So for the first part of our warm up, we are going to be doing almost a mini DT. So it's going to be 9 deadlifts, 6 hang cleans, and then 3 push jerks overhead. You can either be using an odd object, you can use a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or a barbell, just whatever we do. We prefer this to be lightweight just because we are going through a warm-up here. If we are doing single object for that warm-up, let's make sure that we keep the shoulders even. We're going to keep tension even at the hips here, making sure that we're not sagging to one side or the other when we have the weight. So picking up, we're just going to do 9 deadlifts. Then we'll come into that hang power clean, so bring it up right to the shoulder, driving at the hips, and then lastly using a dip drive and pushing again underneath for that push jerk. So after you've done 3 rounds through of 9 deadlifts, 6 hang cleans, and then 3 push jerks, we're going to get into a little bit of stretching before we go into our strength today. First stretch I want you guys to do for 30 seconds, the couch stretch. You can use really any elevated surface for this. Couch is preferable if you have it. We want to drop that back leg up, knee down to the ground. You should feel a nice stretch right in the quad here. Try to keep the core expanded, chest and shoulders upright. Let's hold for about 20 to 30 seconds each side there. After you get 20 to 30 seconds each side in the couch stretch, why don't you drop it down to the bottom of that squat stance, trying to keep the shoulders upright. Let's first go. We're going to take the hands, push together at the middle, pushing at the outside of the knees here. Just feel a nice stretch on the inside of the legs here. Let's go and hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds. Then we're going to do 15 seconds each side. We're going to go grab at the inside leg, cross from whatever arm is grabbing, turn and reach overhead. Throughout this too, let's still make sure that we're keeping the core engaged, shoulders are active, trying to push through the ceiling. 15 seconds. Rotate through each side. And then lastly for this, we're going to drop down into all fours. We're going to go and we're going to do fire hydrants. So we're just going to lift that leg up to the side 10 times each side. All right, so continuing off of our strength cycles that we've been doing on Fridays, obviously been our clean and jerk day. We're going to continue this week with the same rep model that we've been going off of and time scheming that we've been doing. So first round, it's going to be 8 total reps of this. You're going to do a clean and 2 jerks at 80% is the weight that we're shooting at. So take some time to build up to that weight. We're going to be doing that every 20 seconds for 8 rounds total there. So you build up to 8 reps total of that complex. After that, we're going to take a 3-minute rest, and then we're going to go every 30 seconds for 6 reps total of the same rep model. It's going to be 1 clean and 2 jerks. Second time through, obviously we're shooting to start at 80%, but if you're feeling good and you're feeling strong, start to boost those weights up on that and just go up to whatever feels comfortable and safe for you. As a reminder, if we are using any sort of single arm object, we still want to keep the same movement as we would while using a barbell. So want to keep tension throughout the hamstrings here. We're driving back with the knees first during the first phase of that. Then we're going to thread the hips through as we're driving up, shoulders come up, and then drive and get underneath that weight. Once we do that, we'll reset our foot positioning so our feet are right over about our hips. We're going to keep our core nice and upright for that jerk position. It's going to be a 2-inch dip drive, so you're just going to do a small drop at the knees. Remember, we're not collapsing forward during this, and then pushing that weight to get up underneath. Just to show an example real quick. Catch, reset, and then back down. All right, and for the last part today, the WOD is just going to be straight up 35 minutes of run, bike, row, whatever cardio equipment you want to use. Go for it. We're trying to go for max distance on this today. So as we've been doing the past couple of weeks, obviously this is the longest one for us. This is going to be a good time for those of you that are going to be doing Murph in a couple of weeks here. If you're running, starting to get some of those mile times that you want to shoot for during Murph. Feel free to add even a weight vest in today too if you want to make it a little bit harder. Just no matter what, when we're doing this sort of distance running, it's all about planning now and trying to be strategic about what's your distance that you want to get. If you just go out free will and go for a run, completely fine to do, but you're probably not going to break any PR records for a distance or time that you're looking for during these 35 minutes. So throw on some good high tempo music, something that can keep you in rhythm. Find different landmarks, so if you're running along the way, try to keep at a certain pace during each mile phase that you're looking at. You can use Map My Run, Strava, a lot of these different apps that can track that and tell you along the way with what you're doing. Lastly, have fun with it, enjoy it. I know it's not the best thing to do to go run, bike, or row for 35 minutes, but try to make the most of it, and if anything, bring a friend along with you.